diving in deep. Hello you guys, it's Luca. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually filming this on Easter, so I have a little dress on and everything, but I have a video that was actually inspired by a book that I recently just read, A Man's Search for Meaning. It's a psychological book, and it's about this man who went through the Holocaust and a Nazi concentration camp. He was one of the few survivors, and it basically just talks about the mindsets of the prisoners and how that life really affected them. And I thought that this definitely, the time we're going through now, is not anything like the Holocaust. Thank God. We just really got to count our blessings here. But it is a really weird time in our lives for a lot of us. And I thought doing a more deeper, meaningful video, just talking about what makes life meaningful for humans in general, would be very helpful. And you guys know I'm kind of a deep thinker. I'm a Sagittarius. I love diving in deep. I just felt like my vibration was so high when reading that book, and I think it's because everyone reading that book was feeling the same thing of like being grateful for not being in those circumstances and just the appreciation that a man could have survived these terrible circumstances. It really makes your life seem like so easy and almost foolish for thinking that your life is in any way bad compared to what they had to go through. I'm going to talk about something, a tactic that I feel like a lot of you guys could use when you are in this quarantine period, and if you just feel like you're really bored and you are searching for some sort of deeper thing to look forward to. For me, I'm a senior. My graduation is probably not gonna happen, my senior trip, all of that, and there's just nothing to look forward to. So what I've been doing lately is living for/in the future. I like to think of more of living in the future than living for the future. You can bring the future to you by putting beautiful scenes in your imagination, and it's almost escapism, but it is in a way using the law of attraction if you really think about it. And I just do it because it's fun and it's a way, especially before I'm falling asleep at night. I just think of the thing that sparks a light inside of me. Most of the time it's traveling, maybe it's being with friends, or maybe for you it's thinking about the first thing that you're gonna do once you get out of quarantine. You know that one scenario that you just picture in your head, and maybe you play like your favorite song while closing your eyes. You guys can probably see how messed up my fake eyelashes on. I'm so bad at putting them on. I'm sorry. That's probably really cringy. We're gonna forget about it. A lot of times there's not something to be super excited about in the present moment. Like, I don't have my graduation to look forward to, or like traveling. But that's okay, because I know that something better is coming in the future, because it always does. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. But if you can bring that light to you now instead of waiting for it, then it's gonna make your life a lot more fulfilling. Just pretend for a couple of seconds that everything is fine and you're happy. I listened to The Subtle Art of Not Giving a That was very good. It's more on the like practical end of spirituality, like self-development book, so I would definitely recommend that. The author, Mark Manson, I think, mentioned this as well, and it's don't aim at success. The more you aim at it and make it a target, the more you're gonna miss it. It can be so easy to focus on the outcome instead of the process. So whether it be a creative project that you're working on, instead of thinking, oh, how many people are going to like this and react positive to me, that isn't a valid measurement of success, because it's something that you can't control. He also talked a lot about your values and how what you value or give a about is what determines your happiness. And if you are putting all of your value in what others think, or if others approve you, then you're really never going to be happy. So you want to place your value in things that you can control, like what you are putting into your work. Even if you don't really know what your passion is yet, that you're making the effort to try new things and discover that within yourself. Let success happen without thinking about it. A lot of success stories, the people, they weren't aiming for success, they were aiming for a greater good, like helping others or adding value to other people's lives, or maybe they were just simply doing it because it made them happy. They weren't doing it because they wanted to be successful. As soon as you reach that target or that metric, that for you maybe having a big house equals happiness, okay, as soon as you reach that, then it's kind of like, what's next? You get a shot of serotonin, dopamine, I don't know, science things in your brain, and then it's basically back to normal. You feel the same exact way as you were training your mind to feel before that, you know? If you're thinking you're gonna find happiness in attaining whatever it may be, and you're training yourself, okay, I'm sad, I'm sad until this thing happens. When that thing happens, guess what? You're still gonna be complaining, you're still gonna be sad. That's all you know how to do. Like happiness, success, it can't be pursued. Instead, it must ensue. Suffering. Now, this is something that I've been thinking a lot about, especially the reason why this whole virus thing is going around and the reason why terrible things happen in our life. In A Man's Search for Meaning, he gives so much importance to suffering. We think he would almost despise suffering after everything that he went through, but instead he says that it is what makes life valuable, and if you can find value in the suffering, then that's what makes life worth living. But there's no need to be ashamed of tears, for tears bore witness that a man had the greatest courage to suffer. Yeah, I'll just let that sink in with you. So if you're suffering right now, or if you feel like you're in a jail within your own thoughts and emotions, just realize that this is temporary. Everything does come to pass. Even the happy moments, like that moment that you get the house that you want, it's gonna pass and you're just gonna be right back to how you usually feel. And something that really hit me hard is me thinking about all of the things that I've suffered through. I never really regret them. Maybe you can do the same. Just think about a couple of things that were really hard for you in your life. Think about if someone took that away from you. Think about how that may make you a different person than you are right now. And would you want that? Would you want to be a little bit weaker or be a little bit more naive? I definitely wouldn't. It also adds such greater meaning to the moments that I am not suffering. Only rainbows after rain, my friends. Suffering ceases to be suffering the moment that it finds a meaning. Also, I think love is one of the biggest things that gives meaning to life. There is so many places to find love. Love is in nature, love is in people, love is in appreciation. The more you start seeing love in everything, the more the universe will shower you with that love back. And you don't need to have a person, like a special person, to love you to know what love is, because it's in everything. You can look at something and see the utmost beauty in it, and that decision lies within you. Whether you want to see life with rose-colored glasses and be like, I'm in love with those trees out there, and then feel that. Cheesy as that sounds, that gives meaning, a lot of meaning for life, that powerful emotion. This is a quote that I love. Finding love's the only way to grasp another human being in the innermost core of their personality. Last one is freedom, and this one I've been repeating to myself so very much recently because I have a lot of quiet time, especially when I'm reading. I just notice how spacious my body feels, how light I feel, and almost like this simpler life has given me no excuse but to just surrender to seeing life in its beauty. I think romanticizing your life is so important, and always pretend like you're the star of your own movie, and someone's like, there's a secret camera recording you, and you just gotta smile to the camera every once in a while. Ooh, what's gonna happen next? Like, maybe this is the bad part and there's gonna be a good part later, but we gotta watch and find out to see. We gotta be there to see the end of the movie. And at the end of the movie, that's when we'll see the full picture, the full meaning, but we can also find the meaning in every single little scene of that movie. Everything can be taken away from a man, but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose the attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. And I want you to do this exercise. It's not a meditation, it's just gonna be something quick that you can do. You don't have to go like full all like Buddha on me. We're not gonna do that. But I just want you to take a deep breath, exhale. I want you to feel every single space and feel how it kind of tingles. You know, you feel alive. Especially with me after I like work out, I feel this intensity to an extreme. I feel those endorphins running through my blood, through my veins, and it almost intensifies in a way. So this is great to do after like especially working out, but just really take a moment to feel and pretend like you are in but really feel yourself into every single atom of your body right now. Pretend like you have a little controller, a little remote to these atoms. like you can put it on any channel that you want to, whether it be happiness, peacefulness, gratitude. You have the remote to all of those atoms in your body, and just practice feeling like you can control them, because you can. And once you feel just like that, being alive, that feeling of just like truly being in your body, and you feel that freedom that you always have, you are able to choose your attitude in any set of circumstances. Even when he was in the concentration camps and he had to be able to choose, okay, am I gonna feel sorry for myself right now and seeing dead people all over the floor, watching people dying? Am I going to choose to give in to a set of negative feelings? Of course he did at some points, but people who did died. Your emotion, it controls your immune system. There was a guy who was almost certain that they were going to get liberated March 13th, and he like had a sign or a vision and a dream, and he lived for that day. When that day came, he died because they didn't get liberated. So it was kind of in his way, his mind was just giving up. Being able to hold that picture of the ones that they loved in their minds and live for that, that's what kept them going. So if someone who was in those sort of circumstances, just imagine if they can do it, you can do it. If this man could survive a concentration camp, nearly starve to death, work to death, you can do that too. You can find happiness right now. You can look at everything in your life and put rose-colored glasses on and be so thankful for that, and don't let that go. Find meaning in your life, find your passion, do that. Do it every single day. I really hope that this video helped. If you're new, please subscribe and turn on my bell for getting notifications. You can also text me, text my phone number, and follow me on Instagram. I will link it down below. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.
I got so much back, I think I'm never running out, yeah. Bust me down a whip, bitch, I don't do this for no clout, hey. I got so much back, I think